Whitney J60 in it. 10,000 horsepower with the afterburner. It's done a 557 at over 270 miles an hour.
Okay, US Classic Muscle Cars. I can flag some races. I just need me a flag.
Fifth, something like that, right in there.
What's under the hood?
It's a 500 cubic inch Alan and Roy Johnson.
Maybe. It was a $50,000 bill to fix it together. Do it. I get excited every time I see a spray. US Classic Muscle Cars hanging out in the pits.
A lot of horsepower.
Okay. What are you expecting to go how fast? I should be doing it. When the trees go out and there's no electric, I'm like they did in the old days. What are you expecting to run?
I should probably run about an 835.
Okay.
At 160.
How long have you been running?
Since I was 8.
Oh, there it is.
Did a lot of sanding for the body work. Built the motor for myself.
Andy, I hear you're the man out here, huh?
Well, I've had some luck out here.
Okay.
My son's doing the driving today, though, because the last car I went and had was a dragster, alcohol dragster.
Very nice. Very nice. What's under the hood?
It's a 500 cubic inch Alan and Roy Johnson Pro Stock motor from 1998.
Okay.
No nitrous, no superchargers, turbos, nothing like that.
No fuel injection.
All naturally aspirated.
What's under the hood here?
496 pump gas, big block Chevy, 650 horse, street car. I drive it on the street.
So we try and get everybody to run between 850 and 90, and it's a show. We put on a show.
Like in the garage, my dad's taken for a spin once in a blue moon, but Hey, US Classic Muscle Cars out here with Never Too Late, and I'm with
Doug Henderson.
Hey Doug, what class are you running today?
Nostaglia Super Stock. We're an exhibition group.
Okay, and there's 16 of you, right?
Probably, yes.
Okay, one of the last guys gave me that number. What kind of car we have here?
Have a 1964 Plymouth Savoy.
Okay. What's under the hood?
There is a max wedge motor, 526 cubic inch. It's got original 1964 max wedge intake, original Carter AFB 750 carburetors.
And they resemble velocity stacks, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, are those velocity stacks?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Those are velocity stacks.
Not the normal looking ones, though, that I've seen a lot.
They are the velocity stacks that would have come with this car.
Okay.
If you would have bought it.
I have velocity stacks in my Camaro, but I'm like, they weren't those.
Right. But these are they're reproductions of original velocity stacks.
Okay.
Because the original ones are really kind of hard to find, and
I bet.
they actually came in the trunk of the car if you bought the max wedge motor for racing purposes, but it actually came with air cleaners also.
Okay.
So you could run one or the other.
I like it. I like it. I don't see too many cars where the carburetors are separated like that.
Well, it's a cross ram.
Okay.
Chrysler did this for 1962, 1963, and 1964.
Was Chrysler the only one?
The Camaros did it in 1970. They had an aluminum cross ram intake that they used on some of the Trans Am cars.
Okay.
Of the similar configuration, they used 780 Hollies for carburation instead of AFBs. But as far as wedge motors, and then the race Hemi motor that they came out with in the 65 used a cross ram Hemi manifold.
Okay. How long have you been racing this car?
Since 1998, it'll be 18 years.
How long did it take you to build it?
2 years.
All right. Check out the inside. What does she run?
It runs 1020s at 130 miles an hour. Best run's been 1007 at 132.
Nice. What's this class you're in? Are there certain qualifications for it, or what years are allowed in there?
The class that we have, or our club, is called Nostaglia Super Stock.
Right.
Incorporated. If you look on our website, it gives the rules that the club goes by.
What's the website?
NostalgiaSuperstock.com.
Okay.
But the basic is 62 to 65 factory super stock cars that were produced by Ford, General Motors, Chrysler. Most of them were mid-sized cars, such as the Biscayne Chevrolet, the Dodge and the Plymouth, Belvedere, and Cornettes. And Ford had some full-size cars in the Galaxy, but then they also had the 64. They had the Ford Thunderbolt. And there's a few extraneous super stock cars along the way that are allowed, but for the most part, well, in Pontiac, I'm sorry, there's Pontiacs also, and Tempest were included in that.
Okay.
We have our own rules. We're not sanctioned by any sanctioning body. We're just sanctioned by ourselves. So, you know, we do exhibition races, and we competitively match up with somebody else, preferably of a different kind of car.
Right. It's like the olden street race days, right?
Right. No electronics.
Good.
Foot brake.
Good.
So that's in a nutshell what it is.
I like old school. Definitely. All right. Well, we will be down there to watch you guys do some racing. What time you start?
We don't know.
They just let you know. Surprise.
It was 5 o'clock. So.
Little delay.
Little delay.
Well, in a couple weeks we'll have the whole event up on US Classic Muscle Cars, and be sure to check it out.
Will do.
Thanks, hon.
Well, thank you very much. Just a little interesting story.
Sure.
This car. Let me get this picture.
I bet you it's an awesome story. Stay tuned. You know, it's a serious racing with trailers like these. We're having a formal dinner here. We got claws and wine glasses. That's how you do it.
Well, yeah, you know.
And the ladies are preparing it?
That's right.
All right, ladies.
The winning
Cheers.
Cheers.
Great.
I live in Columbia, Missouri, and this car actually was bought by a family in Eldon, Missouri, about 70 miles away, and it was bought by the Sloan family in 1964. And when Steve Sloan, their son, turned 16, this is the way the car looked. He raced it, and he had 2 or 3 different engine transmission combinations in it over the years. And by 1995, it had died a long, slow death, and I took it from a pasture to begin a new life as a purpose-built Nostaglia Super Stock Max Wedge race car. And since then, I've raced it in the Super Stock group.
Website, yeah.
And there you are now. There's a picture of it when it was new. I have the original owner's manual with the guy's name in it.
Wow.
In the glove compartment.
From that to this.
This guy's still alive.
Why did they let it just die out like that? I'm glad you're there to save it.
Well, it was, the son had moved on to different things, and it just sit in the guy's pasture because that was a good place for it to sit.
You know what? We hear so many stories about barn finds.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best car you're going to find is a barn find.
Well, this is a pasture find.
All right. I got a new term now. Pasture find.
Anyway, so it's kind of interesting. The guy that bought this car a month ago took a friend of mine the original 1965 Plymouth service manual that he got with this car.
That was nice.
That he bought when he bought this car, and he took it to the guy that actually owned the car when it was sitting in the pasture.
You know what that means, right?
What?
That he's glad you're doing this and you keep it going.
Well, yeah. I mean, I hope so. But anyway, so that's
Thank you. Thanks for sharing the history with us.
okay. And this will be on your website.
U.S. Classic Muscle Cars.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Well, this is it. End of the night for the Route 66 Classic. No more. There's no more cars in the staging lanes. The parties are in the pits. And the celebrations have begun for all the winners, which is where we're headed right now. See you next year at the next Classic. We're out.
72 Plymouth.
Hey.
Please, please, please subscribe. We appreciate it.